Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to cilinixfxcapital. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video right here on Ethena. It's been a while since I covered this, but I had to cover it. I mean, it's extremely strong. It's a very interesting project as well. I mean, I used to own this, but I sold at a loss, to be fair. And to be honest as well. But in this video, we're going to do a full update. I mean, at this point of time, on the higher time frames, on the lower time frames, it's extremely strong. I expect a bullish continuation, but there are some things that I do think you need to know about, and that I think you need to be careful of, right? Or at least if you're trading, if you're holding Ethena, you should be aware of that there are possibilities. So let's talk about that. Let's get right into it. So first of all, I mean, like I said, Ethena has been extremely strong. It was already one of the coins that held up most when we had all of that bearish pressure on Tuesday and Wednesday, which, by the way, if you want a general tip, when the market is pulling back and we are just coming out of an uptrend, look at the coins that are holding up well, right? That actually show a little bit of a green, for example, in the last hour price action where everything is red. Those coins will most likely perform very, very, very well afterwards as well. So it actually makes sense to start buying those when you see a bottom in Bitcoin forming. Did I do that? No. I mean, I wasn't behind the screens enough to fully do that, but still. But no, so Ethena doing great. On the higher time frames, you can also see we broke above a massive level right here at 46 cents, which is not only a very respected key level, but it's also the yearly rolling VWAP, which matters a lot. We also broke above the 200 EMA. And we did all of that with a huge amount of volume, right? So ultimately, we broke above that with huge amount of volume. And now in the last 24 hours, we got huge amount of volume as well. Fundamentally, the Ethereum ecosystem is doing great. So these are all the reasons why I'm bullish on Ethena and why I think we're going to rally up higher. The Ethereum ecosystem is doing great. ENS, Curve are also doing great. And Ethena as a project at this point in time is sitting at a total value locked of about $7.4 billion. And in the last, the fees they make are huge, but they also make revenue, right? And that's something I personally always love, is when a company makes real revenue. And it's 20 million a year, which is not the most, but still it's better than nothing. And it's still a substantial amount of money. So that's all great, and that's also why I expect continuation, right? So at this point of time, where the two main levels around us are that level at 46 cents, and you could say 50 cents, it's a pretty wide area, but let's say 46, 45 cents for now. And then the next major price target is right here towards 70 and 75 cents, right? So that's the next price target, unless you see any reason why we would drop down below 45, 46 cents, but I don't see that, right? What I do think you need to be aware of is that with this move, on the 12-hour time frame, we did leave some imbalance, or some divergences, my apologies, with the price making higher highs, but and the open interest as well, so there's more leverage. But then you take a look at the volume is lower. You take a look at the RSI is lower as well. So that's why, especially here, while it happened over the course of the weekend, going into the next week, like, I do think you need to be careful for some sort of a deep, not a flush, but a bit of a spike down. Right, where the first support level would be right here at 50 cents. So be aware of that, but ultimately, as long as we don't get any massively bearish news, I think we're easily going to rally into 70 and 75 cents. And then from there, we'll see again. Do I think we have a chance to break above that? Yes, but probably once we get there this time, we'll see some pretty major bearish divergences first. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I think that's what you need to know right now. If you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.